Hello, darlings, and a very warm welcome indeed to Thursday Night Live. I'm delighted that you could join me as we are going to say goodbye to Thursday and we are going to welcome in Friday and the impending weekend. My goodness me, don't the days fly? Don't the days just fly? So, hope you've had a wonderful day. Mine's not been too bad. Thank you very much. And I would love to hear about your day. Obviously, I need to know what you've been eating. That goes without saying, doesn't it, darlings? And we'll have a good old chinwag between us, won't we? I. This is my favourite part of the day. And this, darlings, is my pledge. I've been shopping tonight. I bought some furniture polish. That's good, isn't it? Marvellous. I'm going to be a polishing demon over the forthcoming days. Ah. Oh, what's the weather been like where you are? I've heard it's been really nice in some parts of the country. It's been awful here. Absolutely dreadful. Cold, raining, foggy, howling wind. Really unpleasant. Hope it's been better where you are. Now then, I am going to dive into the comments, much as I would like to dive in between Alanis Morissette's milky white thighs. Oh, where was I? Oh yeah, I'm gonna read your comments. First cab off the rank is Lord Stiff Upper Lip, who says, "What's the matter, you? Hey, got no respect? What do you think you do? Why do you look so sad? It's a not so bad. It's a nicer place." Shut up, your face. Wise words there, Lord Stiff Upper Lip. And if I remember correctly, or do I remember correctly? Now, I know that that's a Joe Dolce hit, of course, one hit wonder. But that kept a really good song off number one. And I'm trying to remember what it was. And I think it was Ultravox and Vienna. One of you lot will know, or you'll Google. But I know it kept an important song off number one. And I think it was Vienna, Ultravox. Great song. Great song. Jimmy Quinn is following that up with Good Evening, Boaty and all. Stratospherean is with us. Good evening. Peter P is with us and says, "Hi, disinfected ring piece girl." I don't know who that's aimed at. And then goes on to say, "Good evening, Boaty and all." The lovely Sean is here. Not stopping tonight. I start a baking course in the morning. We'll watch on catch up on the bus in the morning. Bye. Presumably you're already off to the land of Nod, Sean. But when you if you're watching this on the bus in the morning, then good luck with your baking course. I know less than nothing about baking. I think the only time I've baked, I was at school, and we had to make a sponge cake of some sort. I don't recall ever attempting to bake as an adult. Oh, no. I kind of did once, but I was kind of an assistant. For my 30th birthday, Robin very kindly decided that she was going to make me a birthday cake. This is Robin, the lady that I was shacked up with in Chicago. But she'd never made a cake before either. So it was kind of the blind leading the blind, as I recall. And I honestly can't remember how the cake turned out. I remember a lot about the podgering, but I don't remember a lot about it. The only thing I remember about the cake was I remember that I had better knife skills than she did. So I was in charge of chopping the things up that needed to be chopped up really, really fine. And that's all I can remember. In fact, I remember very little of my 30th birthday at all. I vaguely recall that that we decided to drive to Canada, which was or I decided to drive to Canada, or and a vague recollection of it being a lot further away than I thought it was. And I have an even vaguer recollection of being very drunk for a couple of days. Now, my 31st birthday, I remember that very well indeed, because I was in Ukraine by then with Lena. And of course, that was the night that I ended up running naked around Freedom Square or Independence Square or whatever the square was called at that point in time. What other birthdays do I remember? Not many. I remember my 40th because there was a party. That's right. There was a surprise party, and then then I was taken to Malta. My favourite birthdays were the kind of the birthdays in my 40s, because throughout my 40s, with the possible exception of 49, for all of my birthdays, I was in Malta and did exactly the same thing on my birthday. The first couple would have been with Maggie when I was married. And then I did it alone, and then I did it with Fran, and then I did it alone, and then I did it with Boo. I think I was with Boo the last time I did it, but it was always the same thing on my birthday. Get up, have breakfast in the hotel, drive to the ferry, get the ferry across to Emgar in Gozo, and then drive from Emgar to Jelendi Bay and spend the day in Jelendi Bay. And I would have lunch, or we would have lunch at St. Patrick's Hotel, Jelendi Bay, Gozo. Oh, happy days. And then we'd drive back, and then it would be casino and my friend Lucy's beautiful Chinese restaurant in Aura. Oh, cheers. Your very good health, darlings. Bottoms up and up yours. So, good luck, Sean. Hope it all goes really well for you. Look forward to seeing the results of your labours on a video. Good evening, Boaty and Bog, says the M11. Sorry I'm not on screen tonight. I'm having a total gasm. I'm having a total wine-gasm. Oh, and it's such a nice one. And it's particularly welcome because I've still got this lurgy. It's worst in the mornings, darlings, because your nasal passages are creating mucus at the speed of light. You wake up all choky and not breathing, and you spend the first half an hour coughing your guts up so that you can actually breathe. And I've been sneezing a bit and coughing a bit, and some bits of very light fever, a little bit shivery, that sort of thing. But I'm not too bad. I'm not as bad as the guys at work, because it has gone around, or it is going around. And some of those guys are really struggling with it. Ram looked and sounded awful tonight. So I'm counting my blessings, darlings. I'll tell you about my day in a moment, but let's get through some comments first. Hope you got your hang on. No, I didn't finish reading out the M11, did I? Why did I stop reading that? Weird. Good evening, Boaty and Bug, says the M11. Sorry I'm not on screen tonight, as I'm knackered, but I'm here in the comments for chatteroonies. Hope everybody has had pleasant days all round. Hope you got your toast, Emma, says Peter P. Neil is with us, and that's how everyone is. The lovely Simone is here, saying hello, Boaty and Dor. Alan Simpson is here. Ah, the lovely Alan. Our little chef guru. What a joy to have a little chef guru as part of the community. Couldn't wish for more. And Alan says, good evening, good folks. Loving Boaty's new love of lamps. I'm having great fun piddling about in my parlour, darlings. Oh, I'm loving all of this hot front parlour action. What? I should cocoa. I should rub-a-dub. A very good evening, Boaty and Emma, and everyone, says the lovely Andrew Boaty Geek. Matron is here. Good evening, all. A very busy day for me today, and I managed to squeeze in a well-needed nap too. Hope everyone's well. Oh, hope you're better for your nap, Matron. Oh, hello, Mustard's here. Project Nigel. This is an honour. Hi, Muggies. I mean, cats, says Mustard. How are you, Mustard? Oh, God, haven't seen you since Monday. Feels like forever. More than one person has suggested that my front parlour needs some mustard in it. Somebody said that I needed a full-size picture of the Hairy Paddington to gaze on. Somebody else said I need a picture of Mustard's head on a random animal. And I must say, we came up with this idea for the caravan when we were first getting it. But I must admit, it would be amusing for me to have a nice framed portrait of my dear friend Mustard hanging in pride of place on my front parlour. Oh God, it would be weird, but it would be really amusing. Or what about that picture of me and Mustard when we were picking up the caravan and I'm holding him like that from behind? What about if I got that blown up and framed and put that up in the front parlour? Oh, that'd be a giggle, wouldn't it? Mark Passad is with us. Good evening, Boaty, and good evening, chat. Good evening to you. Chaz Brown is here. Good evening, all, and Boaty. Oh, Bad Books is here. Good evening, all. And the lovely Sophie is with us, saying hello, all, and hoping that everybody's had a lovely day. The fabulous Trisha Alderman is with us. Good evening, Jason, and all in chat. Hello, Boaty, my dear, says Sophie. How are you? How's your day been? I'm all right, Sophie. Like I said, I'm a little bit snotty, a little bit of the lurgy, but nothing really of note. And my day has been good. Well, let me tell you what I've done today. I got up, coughed a lot. What did I do then? Well, I would have had breakfast, I imagine. Started editing the video for today's video, which I hope you enjoyed, by the way, if you've watched it. And then, well, I went back to my new best friend, didn't I, in Grindleford? Oh, yes, I did. And I bought the twin, collected the twin, the other cabinet. And then I spent, I cooked lunch, I made noodles, and I piddled about in the parlour a lot, darling, trying to decide what I liked, what I didn't like, what worked, and my parlour's looking fabulous. I'm so pleased. And then I had a shower, did some laundry, washed up, and went to work. And then I came home, and now I'm doing this. Oh, now then. I need to look at that. Oh, and I need to get this. I should have put that away, shouldn't I? That's somewhat remiss of me. Oh, I'll do it after the live stream. It can wait until then. Oh, I don't remember this. This is from Matron, and it says, this is one of my fave pics, and it's a screen grab of you boys. I've never seen that before. Ah, isn't that sweet? Oh dear. Oh my God. I tell you what, me and Mustard, we must be very heterosexual men. Because if we weren't gay to begin with, you'd think that after the last 2.5 years we'd have turned. So we really must be very straight men. This 20% gay is clearly nonsense. Although I look more than 20% gay in that picture. Anyway, hope you're well, Soph. Hope you're well. Alan says, does anyone else miss the sound of Christine's stereo at the end of Boaty's videos? It was like a wee robotic nighty night. I miss it, Alan. I must admit, I miss it. But I have got the same noise in another car, haven't I? Stigbert, I think, 'cause it's the Sony stereo noise, isn't it? And I've got a Sony unit in Stigbert. So I'll have to take Stigbert to work one night when I take out the second mortgage, put the bloody fuel in him. I've got the hiccups now, darlings. Do apologise. Good evening, mystery caller.
Good evening, sir. How are you today, sir?
It's Mr. Stephen Paddy. I'm not too bad, mate. I've got a little bit of the lurgy, but I'm surviving.
It's all these computer viruses, isn't it, sir?
It's all that?
All these computer viruses.
Oh, yeah, that'll be it. That'll be it.
I also was going to say, when you were saying about the photo, why didn't you put a photo on your table with you and Mustard? It'd be quite funny on the live stream.
It would actually, wouldn't it?
It would, on the table, you and him. Put one on in the parlour and one on the table.
That's actually a really funny idea. I might actually do that. Do Tesco or somebody still do that thing where you can take a digital photo and they turn it into a real photo and you can buy a frame for it?
Yeah, I think they do.
I might have to do that. That would be funny. Just have a picture of me and Mustard just there looking at the...
It'd be funny, one in the parlour and one on your table. It'd be quite funny on live streams.
It would. Yeah, it would.
Because you do laugh, you do joke sometimes. You miss him not sitting at the table. You'd have him there on a live stream. It'd be quite funny.
Yeah, it could be a joint live stream. Yeah, yeah. Have Mustard sitting here, and I could make him some momo and eat them myself. That'd be good.
Yeah. Emma's video was good today with the little one as well. Same as yours.
Do it.
Emma's video was good with the little one today.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Oh, I haven't seen that.
And I enjoyed the one of you getting your new item.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing very well, sir. You're looking more professional these days, doing it?
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm really making an effort. I am really making an effort. And, hopefully at some point it will pay off. Last night's video did quite good numbers by my standards.
That's good, isn't it?
And it's brought in 6 or 7 subscribers, I think.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
And it's earned some money as well, I think. How much money is it earned? Let's have a look. This will be interesting. How much money did last night's video earn me so far? Let's have a look, because the figures updated at about 9:30. So I got my first 24 hours worth of figures. Hold on, let me find it. What was it called? Printing up my parlour. Oh, I tell you what, £1.22. That video has earned me £1.22 in 24 hours. That's not
too bad.
It's not bad, is it? It's not bad at all. Oh, if I had 1,000 videos doing that, well,
you'd be doing pretty well there, sir.
Yeah, £1.22. That's brilliant.
And I also watched Sean's video today. I didn't think I'd like it, but I quite enjoyed it. His trip to London.
Oh yeah, I watched it
It was
too.
quite good. I didn't think I'd like it, but I enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah, it was. It was, and I tell you what, that camera that he's got is absolutely brilliant. And his microphone. I'm jealous of his. I'm jealous of his sound and vision.
I know, but I think he got most of his stuff from work, most probably, or he had his stuff for what he's been doing.
No, it's not work type stuff. It's I've actually used it.
No?
I had to go on it when I was with him. It's a DJI Osmo Pocket something or other. It looks like an electric toothbrush.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
And but it's absolutely brilliant. And I know the microphones that he uses because they're the ones that I'm planning to get when I become a bit less poor.
Yeah, but sometimes it's better having the cheap ones, as you said to what's name last night. If you break it 18 quid one or you lose one, you're not that bothered. If you lose the expensive one, you start panicking.
Yeah, but the sound is shit. The point that I was making is that if you buy, there seems to be no difference between an 18 quid one and a 90 or 100 quid one. You have to go like a jump above that in order to get something that's really noticeably different.
Yeah, because quite a few others use the expensive ones, don't you? I've noticed like Matt from Furious Driving and your mate. They always laugh about the hub nut.
Oh yeah, the lovely Ian. Well, I mean, they've got a few quid to throw about, haven't they? I mean,
I don't know how the hell he gets the cars for nothing now.
Hey?
Yeah, I don't know how he just gets cars for nothing.
Has he had another one for nothing?
Yeah, he got that other one the other day. Someone said.
Oh,
the silver one you got. Can't remember what it was called.
I think it was a Forester, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise that was a freebie.
Yeah, that was one of the London ones.
Oh, okay. He did well with the last freebie. He kept
I thought that was nice.
He kept it for about 4 months, flogged it.
I've got to be honest, if I had the Forester, I'd keep it.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I don't watch his videos anymore. Just nothing against him or against his videos. I just don't get time to watch everybody. Like I said before, I've started becoming really selective about who I watch.
I have noticed that YouTube has started deleting people when you're watching for a while. Otherwise, not pulling your videos when you're watching them.
Oh, really?
Because I've got people I haven't watched for ages, and they've done recent videos. It doesn't make sense.
And you still subscribe to them?
Yeah.
Right.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I don't know.
I watched that woman the other day. She was brilliant. The one you're on about with the camper van.
Oh, Carol Ann. Yeah.
She's a really nice lady.
She is, bless her. And I'm sure her channel will do very well.
I hope it does, because she seems really nice.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
She had a new caravan, didn't she, with singing, and then she got a flood.
Yeah.
They collapsed. I felt sorry for her.
Yeah, she'll do fine. I mean, she gets a kit off and wears a bikini half the time, right? That's
pretty tidy as well.
That's guaranteed success on YouTube.
She's quite a tidy person.
Oh yeah.
And she's also, by the sound of it, she's also around the Southport area.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, your neck of the woods.
And I think it caravans up towards North Wales, so I think hers is up towards Anglesey way, just before there somewhere. A few miles off there, I think.
Yeah, it's in Snowdonia somewhere, isn't it? Nice place to have one.
It seems weird tonight without the RM, doesn't it, these days?
Without the
Emma doing it on a Thursday night with you?
Oh, well, we kind of...
She hasn't done it. She hasn't done it for a few weeks, though.
Exactly, so we've kind of got used to it, I think.
I think she gets a bit tired, though, sometimes.
Oh, perfectly understandable.
She was going to do it Monday night, wasn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, she was going to drop Thursdays, but it's kind of addictive, but but tiring and annoying at the same time.
Hello.
And she's got small people in the house, It's all right for me.
I like it. I like his son. I think he's so funny. Like when what they were doing today, he was trying to help her. It's quite funny.
All right, I haven't seen it, so wouldn't know about that one.
Anyway, sir, have a good evening.
Thank
you.
you.
Sir.
Thank you very much. Catch you soon. Take care.
All right, good night, sir.
Good night. The lovely Mr. Parry. Chef Daniel is with us. Good evening to you. Sophie has just been doing house cleaning. All the flat been done and washing and and had chili and apple crumble for tea and pudding. Chili and apple crumble. Gosh, what an interesting dish. I'm teasing. I know that it was chili and then apple crumble for pud. That's a proper pudding, isn't it? Apple crumble. Does anybody else make a pudding? I never make puddings. I don't have a sweet tooth. But I love it in theory. And I used to like apple crumble if I was going to have a pudding, then apple crumble, which of course makes you rumble, as opposed to apple tart, which has a completely different effect on you. Apple crumble would probably be my pudding of choice. And I haven't had apple crumble for about 40 years. I might make an apple crumble this winter. That might be one of my Boaty's culinary challenges. Make an apple crumble. Neil says it has been very dull today. Tomorrow's supposed to be nice. So I'm doing Rover 45 things with my mate Dave, fitting the hydraulics and cam belt and water pump. Matron is still knackered and would like to remind you that there will be a video going out tomorrow night. Alan says I was right. It was Vienna by Ultravox that Shut Up Your Face kept off the #1 spot. It means nothing to me. Oh, Vienna. It's been sheeting it down here in Kent, says Mark. Mid-year, says Peter P. Yeah, nice guy. Nice guy. He came on to, bless him, he came onto Radio Wales and very bravely sat in on a 2-hour show and told some brilliant stories and answered some very cheeky questions about his wealth status. And really nice guy, really down to earth. And Andrew Buttigieg says, and I have the 7-inch single of Shut Up Your Face. Blimey, that's a proud boast, doesn't it? Tricia says the weather has been okay in Norfolk, which is most unusual. Soph's got an interview at the Select Shop in town on Thursday the 12th. So good luck, Soph. We're all with you. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Good job, Sophie, says Alan. Apple crumble is top for pudding. Did you have it with custard? York has a crumble bar and it's mighty fine. Does it really? Blimey. And Sophie did indeed have custard with the apple crumble. I would have it naked. I couldn't do custard. I had my birthday yesterday, says Alan. Happy birthday for yesterday, Alan. Many happy returns. And it was fun. He had a delicious steak, fell asleep on the sofa and missed the live stream. Yeah, that sounds great. That's got to be everybody's ideal night, hasn't it? Have a really good dinner, fall asleep and miss my absolute nonsense. I'd love to do that. I'd love to have a night where I didn't go to work, had a fantastic steak dinner and fell asleep in the front parlour and missed the live stream. Maybe that's what I'll do for my next birthday, assuming I'm not going to Malta, which is what I am assuming. because, well, I don't even have a passport anymore, darlings. First time in my adult life that I've never had a passport, never had a valid passport. Had one since whatever age it was that you come off being on your parents' passport. Oh, and everybody's wishing the lovely Alan a happy birthday for yesterday. Community snap. Bad Books had a cheeky special chow mein takeaway for tea, and I had chow mein for lunch. So, community snap. Oh, hello, it's Mustard. Mustard, my dear chap.
Fuck you, oh, fuck you, oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you great daft plank. Fuck you, you twat.
Isn't it a sheer joy to get a lovely phone call off your best mate? Oh dear. Oh, now battery news. I didn't know this was a feature on my live stream, but apparently it is. Battery news. I cleaned my digital scales the other day, and I think I said to you guys that I needed to get a battery and that it was a CR2032. And I needed to get one so I could get my digital scales operating again, because I am taking up the M11's weight loss challenge, and I'm going to try and lose two stone before she does. And then I was looking in my tool cabinet for something or other today, and I suddenly realized I had a 2032 battery, because I bought a packet of 3, and that used to mean something very different when I was younger, a packet of 3. I bought a packet of 3 for Rover key fob. I'll reach one to show you. For a key fob for one of these, and I've still got one left, and I think it's the right one for the scales. And if it is, then I'm going to make a video, darlings. It's going to be a very short video, but it's going to be proper clickbaity. Try and get some bloody views, earn a few quid. And the video is simply going to be, assuming I get the scales working, then the video is simply going to be, guess my weight. So I will show you me getting the scales working, and then I will just invite YouTube to guess my weight. I'll give you some clues. I will tell you that I'm 6'5". I'll give you my chest measurement, which is 48. I'll give you my waist measurement, which is 36. And I will freely admit that I'm a fat bloke. And then I will ask, and then I'll say, guess my weight. And then in a future video, I will do a big reveal where I stand my fat, disgusting, naked body on the scales and get the readout of just how shockingly huge I am. Had that idea today. Might do quite well. That's the kind of shit that could go viral. I'm a fat bloke. Guess my weight. Something like that. That could be my breakthrough video. And my idea is that if people guess and they're not subscribers, they'll click subscribe so they can see the video when I do the reveal of what my weight actually is. And I've got no idea what my weight is. My scales have been broken for, not broken, but the battery's been gone. So they've not been working for 6 years, 7 years, something like that. So I could only guess myself. So there you go. There you go. Keep your eyes out for that one. I really enjoyed the metal detectoring video at Sandy Park, says Mark, and that's aimed at the M11. And the M11 has got a community snap with Bad Books as well, so she must have had chow mein as well. So that's a 3-way community snap. Oh, hang on. Trisha Alderman had vegetable chow mein tonight. So it's a 4-way community snap. This is a record breaker. Oh, dear. It's a 4-way snap, Emma. It's a 4-way, not a 3-way. Oh, hello. Pingu Concord is with us. Oh, now then, before I forget, somebody came up with a great idea, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to have a search on eBay or Amazon or something, either tonight or tomorrow. Loads of people have had suggestions for the telephone table, and I agree that a telephone directory is a must. So that's going on the list. But somebody had the specific idea, and it appeals to me because my grandmother had one of these. Right. See if you know what I'm talking about. You probably need to be of a certain age. It was like a thing, like that size, and on the front, it had a slider thing and the letters of the alphabet vertically, A, B, C, D, you know the alphabet, I presume. And the idea was that you moved the slider to the letter that you required, press the button, and the thing would open at the cards with that letter on it. And then you wrote your friends' telephone numbers and addresses down according to the first letter of their surname on the appropriate card. Oh, sorry. Sorry, darlings. I told you I was all coffee. Oh, Lord above. Do you all know what I'm talking about? So it's a thing. It contains cards. It's rectangular. They tended to be quite ornate, and they would have a slider thing on them. You moved it to the letter that you wanted. You pressed the doings, and it would flip open to the card with the names, telephone numbers, and addresses on of people with surnames beginning with that letter. And somebody suggested that, and that would be perfect for the telephone table. My grandmother had one of those. My parents probably did as well. They never worked. You pressed the button and it just flipped up on some random one. But I thought that was a brilliant idea. And I'm going to go and look at the internet and see if there are any out there that can be bought for about £2 or £3, because that would be an amazing thing, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be a great thing? Have any of you got one? No, none of you will have one, of course you won't. But does anybody else remember their parents or grandparents having one? I can't remember what they're called. I've got Rolodex coming to mind, but I think that was a totally different thing. But tell me you know what I'm talking about, at least. And I can't remember who suggested it, but it's a brilliant suggestion. I'd love to get an ornate one of those. That would sit beautifully on the old telephone table. People are saying hello to the lovely Pingu. That spider is watching Boaty from his pants, says Chaz Brown. Haven't seen the spider yesterday or today. Don't know what he's up to. I'm guessing. Oh, hello. Matron's been on the case. Oh, hold on. Oh, Amazon. Oh, Christ, that's too small. Kitsch 1970s style pop-up retro telephone book with A to Z magnifying slider and wood grain detail, stores up to 400 numbers. Oh, yeah, that's the fellow. Huh, that's the one. Let me show you. Oh, you can't see that, can you? That's the kind of thing. That ring any bells with anybody? Gosh, so there is one available. Well. Amazon. Oh, and it's not a bad price either. £6.95. And is that, did it say it was wood? Oh, yeah, it's a wood finish. So, oh, that would be perfect, wouldn't it? That would be perfect. Look at that. Oh, hang on. And there's an eBay one in that second link. Have a look at the eBay one. Open link, yes. Is that the same thing? £6.50, free postage. Look at that. Sorry, you can't see it very well, can you? But you get the idea. And there it is, open. Oh, that would look bloody. Oh, that's a must-have for the telephone table, isn't it? £6. Oh, God, what a fabulous thing. And I could write all of your phone numbers there. Well, those of you whose phone numbers I've got. It could be the community. It could be the community telephone things, doings. Oh, that would be brilliant. I want one of those more than life itself now. It's not safe to show me stuff like that because you know I'm going to want it. But, you know, it's £6.50. That is potentially achievable, darlings. So tell me what you think. Somebody put in a comment on the video that was a thing that should be there for the telephone table. And I think that would be like a perfect period accessory. So let me know what you think on that. And good work, matron. Well researched there. Matron is telling Pingu that her yard day video will be out tomorrow evening. And I imagine that it's going to be oh, bless him. Neil's just PayPal'd me £6.50 and said, get it. All right, I will. I will order it. I will order it tonight. Oh, God. Oh, that is fabulous. And it's wood as well. Oh, that's so perfect. Do watch Matron's video on the yard day. The way that it worked out, it was one of those funny days. I imagine there's going to be stuff from the Sunday night and the Monday night as well as the stuff at the yard. But it was just one of those funny days where Matron got all of the best bits of the yard. I didn't get any of them. We were kind of too busy just catching up and having fun and whatnot. And then lunch was all a bit cramped in the old caravan. But then after that, we were doing and it was raining and it was all a bit pants. But after that, when the weather got a bit better, we did some proper larking about in the yard. And Matron was filming. So when I did my video from Monday, I only put a couple a couple of moments of yard stuff in there, really. And I thought, well, Matron can have the yard, David. She got all the best stuff and travelled a lot further than me to get there and all of that sort of thing. So I'm rather looking forward to seeing it myself, actually. So do watch that. I imagine, I'm trying to remember. Oh, Matron, you know what you weren't allowed to put in, didn't you? Don't you? If you put that in, I'm going to track you down and sit on your head. I know you won't. I know you won't have. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that one. It's coming out tomorrow night. Should be fun. We had some proper laughs in the yard on Monday. Dear, oh dear. Now that's a print to frame and put up in the cottage, says Mark. God, yeah. Might be funny to take all of the art out of the guest cupboard and just have the guest cupboard with about 55 pictures of me and Mustard. So anybody who comes to stay in the guest cupboard is just oh dear. And one for my bedside table. Matron's having a laugh and says, yes, a pick of mustard on the table. I just laughed out loud at Mr. Stephen Parry from Port Sunlight in the Whittle, the Leisure Peninsula. That is one of Mr. Parry has some genius ideas, and that is one of them. Mustard on the table here, kind of just like there somewhere, facing the camera. That would be funny. Everyone needs a picture of Boaty and Mustard in their life, says Andrew. It should be on a T-shirt, really. That's one of the merch. That's one of the merch ideas that I was thinking of when I finally get around to doing some merch. I was going to stick that caravan picture of me and Mustard and the caravan on a T-shirt, because I would actually quite like that T-shirt myself. Never mind you lot. You could have a dartboard, says Bad Books, with Noel Edmonds' picture on it on the wall in your parlour. Ugh. Don't forget to like, says Mark Passad. I had a Honda Civic with a Sony and that characteristic sound, says Jimmy F500. Yep. If you've got a Sony, you've got that sound. Oh, and Andrew goes on, and a punching bag with the racing driver chap's face, Nigel Mansell. Ugh, Nigel Mansell. Ach. Neil says, I reckon we need an artist to draw Mustard on the sheepskin rug in the nude in front of the fireplace. God, Neil, that might just be a step too far. I don't mind Mustard's hairy face grinning inanely at me off my wall, but I draw the line at having him naked in front of my fireplace. Although it's another merch idea, isn't it? Brilliant, Neil, says Andrew. Oh, did I show you that? Did I? Andrew says, Pingo, all that picture Boaty showed us the other night of the large naked chap. I forgot I showed you that. I shouldn't be let loose on the internet after wine, should I? Speaking of Hubnut and Furious Driving, says Alan, is anyone going to Rustival II? Well, not me, but I'm sure thousands of other people will. Pingu says, how about a cheeky little portrait of Mr. Lloyd hanging on your wall, like Emma's infamous portrait? I would love that. I would love that. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should have a wall of YouTubers I have known and loved. One wall of the parlour, or what about the staircase? Going down the staircase. And it should just be dedicated to YouTubers that I've known and loved. So there'd be pictures of me and Mustard, picture of Mr. Lloyd, picture of Sean. Who else have I met? Picture of James, JM. Picture of Mr. Tickle. That would be really quite cool. And no, Neil, not the beige bombers, Boaty. And Alan says, yes, Mr. Lloyd in his tweed jacket. He would suit a mantelpiece. I would love that. I'd get him to sign it. I would get him to sign it. And if I ever took Dick-a-Dum-Dum to a car show, I'd put it on the roof of the car. A nice picture of Mr. Lloyd in his tweed jacket. I would genuinely love that. Have I got any people? If I've got any people, can you get in touch with Mr. Lloyd's people and tell them that we need a portrait of him in his tweed jacket, please, so that he can go on my wall of YouTubers I've known and loved. Oh God, sorry. Oh. Oh dear. Bad Book says our parlour is minimalist compared to yours. 2 armchairs, sofa, coffee table, small table, fire guard, granddad's violin and great granddad's brass bed warmer and 3 pictures. I would have said that my parlour was pretty minimalist, although it is a bit less minimalist now, admittedly. Wait until you see tomorrow's video, darlings. My front parlour is a thing of majesty. You top tier channel members who are entitled to move in here at Windy Bottom and live with me and have me serve you daily, dressed up as a French maid with breakfast momo and staff curry and chicken secre and all of that sort of thing. You're in for a treat now. When you hang out in my front parlour, when you fancy a bit of hot and spicy front parlour action, you are in for a treat. My front parlour is starting to look epic. Epic, I tell you. Who is next? Who is next? I haven't got anybody booked in. After a busy old summer, nobody is booked into the guest cupboard. The guest cupboard has 0 bookings, darlings. Maybe nobody will ever come again. Sorry, just topping up my wine. Oh, that bloody fridge door. Oh, I do need to get some WD-40 or Pottering lube. It's starting to sound, if anything, it's starting to sound worse. Goodness gracious me. Oh, what a thing. Oh, a ping pong. How exciting. How exciting. Who might that be from? I wonder. Ah, there is a pencil booking for your guest cupboard coming next month, Boaty. You just don't know about it yet. Okay. Well, as long as they're a Momo and Chutney channel member, then yeah, get them booked in. Obviously, now that I'm a YouTube megastar, I mean, I don't want to show off, darlings, but my video last night did rather well. The last time I checked, it had over 100 views. And I think you'll agree that's rather impressive. I mean, it's just gone viral, basically, hasn't it? Right. Okay. Right. Apparently, I will be told about it at some point. Obviously, as I was saying, now that I am a global megastar of incredible renown, I'm still poor, though. Aren't you supposed to be wealthy when you become a global megastar? Something's gone wrong. Obviously, I don't deal with these things myself anymore. I have people for that sort of thing, and my people are letting me know that there is a booking next month, and that at some point they will let me know who it is and why. But it's a great relief. Whoops. It's a great relief not have to worry about any of this. I can just leave it to my people. Oh yes, speak to my people, darlings. I bet Hubner hasn't got people. Poor old Hubner. He's done nothing wrong at all, and I keep using him as a reference point. I should change that. I should change that and change to somebody that I've at least met. Maybe, maybe Sean. I'm very fond of Sean. Maybe he could be the new Hubner. So there you go. I'll start referencing Sean instead. You don't get this from Sean. And I bet Sean hasn't got people. I did find out who did have people today. What's his name? Petter, Mentor Pilot. He's got lots of people, international people, and the sneaky so-and-so. He gave up his job flying on Ryanair like a year ago to do his YouTube thing. I mean, he's just hit over 2 million subscribers, so he's doing all right with it. And he didn't tell anybody. He's been doing YouTube full time. Who's been flying Ryanair? How am I supposed to get to Malta without him to fly me from East Midlands to Luha Airport? Outrageous. I must speak to his people. What we were doing? Oh, we were talking about Bad Books' minimalist parlour. Yeah, my parlour was minimalist, and it is definitely now less so. But I rather love it. I'm going to go and have a look at it now. Oh, excuse me. Yes, it's rather lovely. Now then, darlings, it's reached that time of night where I should be going in a couple of minutes, and I become a little bit indiscreet. So I can let you know that, there'll be a Daily Diary video out tomorrow. Don't know if it's going to be any good or not, but actually, I think it might be all right. What happens in it? I go and collect the cabinety thing. I have a mental breakdown about what should be where. I change my mind about 6,000 times. I cook lunch. Well, that's probably about it, really, isn't it? I mean, you can't expect much more than that on one of my videos. God Almighty, I'm not Harry's Garage. You're not going to get a bloody road trip to the south of France, are you? I mean, you might get me driving to work. Actually, you're in for a treat on tomorrow's video. I didn't film driving to work, so yeah, you can be excused that. I did film driving back, but you've got to take a bit of punishment, haven't you? Oh, and there might be a bit of ram on there as well, but yeah, tomorrow I'm expecting possibly 2, but very definitely 1 parcel. And I'm going to film the unboxing. And the one that I know is definitely coming, and definitely coming before 1 p.m. by delivery special, is my surprise from Sean. That people were guessing what it was. So that's definitely coming. And my clock radio potentially might be coming in theory, but it's being delivered by Hermes, so I'll probably never get it at all, or it'll turn up in about 2 weeks. But the one from Sean is coming Royal Mail special delivery, so that will definitely be here. What else is happening tomorrow? Haven't got anything planned actually. It's Friday, isn't it? So it's like get up, cough at the moment, edit a video, go to work. I'll try and find some time to shift some of the fleet. I haven't driven them for ages and ages and ages, and I really need to turn some wheels over. They've been sitting for too long, darlings. And the other thing I need to do is to that's incredibly kind. Oh, somebody has, apropos of nothing. Hang on, let me read the message. Oh, for wine, love, Chef Daniel. Oh, thank you, Daniel. That's really kind. Right. Well, that's something I am doing tomorrow. Then I'm buying wine, courtesy of the lovely Chef Daniel, who, and after I mentioned him last night, I checked it out, and he's been a channel member for 18 months or 19 months, something like that. Obviously, there was the 3 months where nobody was a channel member, but yeah, pretty much from day one, along with the one with the really long name that I can remember, Tripe, whatever. That was the same. I should go through it. We'll do that on a live over the weekend. I'll bring up my channel members list and thank you all properly, and see who's been, who have been the long. I mean, it's just amazing that some of you have been channel members for, well, literally since day one. I'm genuinely blown away from that. So I should shout it out and really thank you. I know some people like Neil have been members for longer than it seems because, I can't remember why, but there was, I can't remember. We'll do that another night. What was I talking about? Losing the plot now. Absolutely. Oh, tomorrow. Yeah, plans for tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I know what I'm eating tomorrow. I do know what I'm eating tomorrow. Tomorrow, darlings, I will be having a pay. I'm going to have a nice pay with just a couple of baby potatoes because a pie is really unhealthy, and I'm supposed to be losing weight. Although I should probably not start trying to lose weight until I've announced my weight and yeah, so I'm going to have pie with a couple of potatoes and lots of Ram's lovely green beans fresh from his garden. Oh, I'm really looking forward to that. Saturday will be the Saturday brunch, but I won't tell you about that because I can tell you about that tomorrow night. There'll be a bit of content for the live stream, won't it? God almighty, it's 4 minutes past midnight. Start saying good night, darlings. Amazingly, it's already that time. Oh, it was Neil Mom's special chili and it was lovely, says Sophie. Surely the picture that Neil mentioned will be in the Facebook group before this live is over, says Peter P. Probably. Mustard says, I enjoy watching your live stream, but not letting you know that I'm here. Oh, that's a cunning double bluff, isn't it? That's a cunning thing. Right. So, in other words, Mustard is now going to claim that he watches all of my live streams. He just doesn't announce that he's there because he enjoys that. Whereas what he's really doing is pottering his wife or editing a video or pottering Roger Melly and not watching my live stream at all. That's rather clever. Oh, you are a cunning chap. What a cunning stunt that is indeed. It's been decades since my last bit of crumble, says Andrew Buttigieg. Me too. Mustard has some helpful advice. Freeze the apple with liquid nitrogen and then whack it with a hammer. Apple crumble. My last crumble was on Sunday, says Matron. A cherry one in a pub in Rochdale, and bloody good it was too. Oh, and then Mustard rang, and people are having a good old laugh at that. Oh dear. Oh, weight guesses. Jimmy Quinn is going for 20 stone. Oh, and a C cup, says Andrew Buttigieg. And Neil says, did your scale say caution? One person at a time, please. Mustard's going for 16 stone. I think that might actually be a good guess. We'll find out. Fucking hell, Neil. Do they still have the HGV weighbridge down the road from you? I would try that. Sod off. Bad Book says Emma will have lost 2 stone by the time you work out how to fit the new battery in your scales. Could be true. You're not fat, Boaty, just big bone, says Jimmy F500. Denise 7 says, Boaty, 175 stone. What? Approx. Oh, hang on, that might be 17.9 stone. Right, 17 stone, 9 ounces, approx. And Pingu says it's probably that 20 grand money belt weighing it down. I knew that Mustard doing that on a bloody lunch video. I knew that was going to go into... I knew that wouldn't be the end of it. 42 watching, says Matron. That's very good for a Thursday. It's bloody amazing for one of my live streams. 42 people watching this. God. God. Emma says, Boaty, we should exercise together. Horizontally. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Mm-hmm. It is supposed to be very good for weight loss, isn't it? The old horizontal jogging. Don't they say that you use as much energy doing that as you use up doing a 5-mile run? That's what they used to say anyway. Don't know if it's true. Sorry, just topping up my wine. Fridge door still playing up a bit. I'm having to alternate wine bottles because there are wine tears, darlings. I may have frozen my wine slightly. Nobody tells me anymore. My people have become complacent. They don't tell me when to put my wine in, take my wine out. They just leave me to the curse of my own ineptitude. Looking forward to supper tonight, actually. Trust me, I've seen bigger people, says Sophie. Bigger than me. Oh, that's a bit too naughty. Sorry, says Emma. I'll delete it. Well, you didn't. Oh, and now we're on to the phone thing, the phony, flappy, whatever you call it. Mum and Dad have one, says Andrew Buttigieg, with a dark wood grain covering. Well, that's like the one that I'm going to be acquiring. Yep, I remember those things, says Mustard. Always white and gold in colour. Uh, oh, and Andrew says it was me. 'Twas me. Read the alphabetical telephone doings. Andrew, genius. Genius, mate. I was at work when I read that, and I thought, oh, I almost danced. If I started to dance around and clutch my tinkle because I just thought that is so perfect. And then I remembered that the restaurant was full of customers, and I do mean full. We had a full restaurant tonight, super busy. So I managed not to dance around and clutch my tinkle because the restaurant customers they don't know that I'm a total lunatic that does this. Well, some of them do, but most of them just think that I'm a relatively sensible restaurant manager type person. I know the very thing, says Alan, and that would be perfect beside your phone. Bring back Emma. Hashtag bring back Emma, says Pingu. I should be back on Monday night, Pingu. Thank you, says M11. I'm falling apart. Yes, says Andrew. Not quite the same as that, but your telephone table is naked without one. Oh, God, yeah. As would one of those blocks, says Alan Simpson, that you put post-it notes in and with a pen. Oh, I remember those. Being sentimental, says Bad Books, I've kept my parents' old telephone floppy thing, but it is a bit random. Mustard says you want an original 80s jobby. And Matron says, I'll see what I can find. Bad Book says genuine plastic wood finish, like the armrest in your TF. Shut off. That is... Stop winding me up. Yeah, it is real leather. It is real leather, Pingu. Mustard says, I want an old telephone now too. They're the coolest things ever. For my generation, kids don't know what they are, but for my generation, yeah, okay, we love technology. People like me, we love technology. We love the fact I can do this. I can live stream. I can make videos. I can do all of that sort of thing. But we also, part of our mind, we hark back to the simple, happy times of our youth, where we had telephones like that and address things that you press and put. I can't wait to get my hands on one of those. And I'm all of your name. Well, those of you who are willing, all of your names are going in. It's going to be a community phony, flappy thing. Oh, Sophie's phone is about to die, so she's going to be listening with Neil on his phone. Good night, all, and have a lovely night and day tomorrow. Good night, Soph and Neil. Andrew says that's a better wood finish than a facelift Rover, and you've got a point. You've got a toilet in the yard, says Stephen G. Only the finest plastic wood for Boaty, says Peter P. Hello, Simone is back. Rolodex, asked Pingu. Yeah, I thought Rolodex, but I think that's a different thing. I think that's a slightly different thing. Andrew says I'll have to take a picture of Mum and Dad's telephonic doings. Mustard says you ruined Monday by being a racist. There was some stuff that, yeah. There was some. I wish I'd recorded that now. I wish I hadn't turned the camera off. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Matron says, I promise that bit isn't in there, although the burst of laughter had to go in because we were all so amused. Plip for phone directory, says Denise 7. Perfect. Oh, sorry, Plip top phone directory. It is, isn't it? And that was Andrew, and it's genius. And Matron is a genius for finding them. And Neil is a genius for paying for one. So, yeah, watch this space. There's going to be one. Andrew says, a feature wall of Boaty and mustard in series from the first meeting to now. Oh, that would be fun. Pingu says, Boaty, which one do you prefer? The 777 or the Dreamliner? I've never flown in a Dreamliner, so I don't honestly know. I suppose I'd have to say I presume I've flown in a 777. I mean, I'd have to say that my favourite is a 737 because I've flown one of those, highly illegally, but I did, more than once. And if I ever get my mate Fran on a live stream, then she will tell you that that is absolutely true. That I did fly a fully loaded, packed to capacity Boeing 737 across the Mediterranean. Well, I didn't fly it right across the Mediterranean, but I did hand fly it for a period on more than one occasion. Oh, those were the days. Oh my God, that bloody wine fridge, says Matron. It's outrageous, isn't it? It's broken both ends, says Andrew. Oh, good point, Mustard. What about Dan's Bangers? I never got a thanks for the 666 subscribers. Yeah, right. If my people are watching, get me a signed photograph of Dan's Bangers. Please. I want the signed photograph of. Oh God, I forgot about Dan's Bangers. My total inspiration, my hero. I totally need that. Oh God, Dan's Bangers. Oh, it's a shame I never managed to persuade him into the community here, isn't it? Oh, we could have had fun with that. Oh dear. The fridge door sounds like it choked a squirrel, says Bad Books. Hobnut is the benchmark for YouTube doing, says Peter P. Oh, fair enough. Oh dear. Jimmy F500 says, oh dear, I have a pie lined up for tomorrow. Okay, I'll throw it out now. Oh God, Jimmy Quinn. Jimmy says, I finally got to see my GP yesterday and showed him the deep red rash on my balls. He just ignored me and kept pushing his trolley around Tesco. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, I've managed to stumble to the end of the comments, darlings. It's been great fun tonight. I've loved it. I've absolutely loved it. I'm going to bugger off and leave you in peace. Do join me tomorrow night, Friday Night Live, the later time of 11:30. Do watch tomorrow's video. I think it might be not too bad, actually. Certainly, if you've got, if you've taken an interest in the hot front parlour action, then you will enjoy tomorrow because there is some hot front parlour action. And also there's me cooking noodles. It's just the normal crap tomorrow, darlings. But I'll try and come up with a decent thumbnail for it. And yeah, if you can, please do join me at 11:30 tomorrow night for Friday Night Live. Thank you all for being so kind as to share your time with me this evening. It's been absolutely fabulous. I apologise that I forgot to throw the flowers out again. I'm amazed that. Emma says, will your mighty organ feature in the video tomorrow? I can confirm that my mighty organ does indeed feature in tomorrow's video, quite notably, because, spoiler alert, I have added an illumination feature to my mighty organ. The mighty organ can now be seen in the dark, darlings. Jimmy Quinn has left the stream. Mark the Vicar says good night, or everybody's saying good night. So yeah, it's been fabulous. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful to you all for your time. Thank you, Neil, for bunging the money to buy the phone thingy. Massive thanks to Chef Daniel for bunging wine funds as well. So yeah, I'm going to be in the wine aisle of Sainsbury's tomorrow. And just thank you everybody for everything. I'm going to get off, get some stuff cutty down my neck, and get my old ass to bed. And I'll probably wake up early in the morning because I need to because I need to have a good half an hour coughing session. Honestly, it's horrible with this lurgy. You're all sneezy and mucusy and everything. And I suppose that when you sleep, everything just globbles down. And you wake up in the morning. And it's all right when you're working around during the day, because if your nasal passages just drip back and you just go, when you're asleep, you don't do that. And you wake up in the morning, you've got half a ton of mucus at the top of your palate you need to shift. Anyway, you don't need to hear about that. A luminous organ. Yes. So there we are, darlings. As I say, do please join me tomorrow night, 11:30, if you possibly can. In the meantime, I wish you all a safe and peaceful night, and or the best day ahead that you can possibly manage to have. Be sure to grab every little bit of joy and laughter in any small moment where you possibly can. Take that joy. Life is too short not to take joy where you can. And above all, take really good care of yourselves. And if you've got those that you love or who love you, take really good care of them as well. And on the subject of love, all the love in the world from me. Thank you again. Hopefully, see you tomorrow night. Pachoo! And indeed, bosh. That bloody fridge door.